go ahead and get started so Andy can get back to his vacation. So we're gonna open up with the roll call vote, or roll call. Bob?
Here.
Andy?
Here.
Lucas?
Here.
Sean?
Here.
Justin here. Holly was unable to make it tonight. So first thing up on the agenda is reorganization. It is that time of year again where we need to vote. There is, though, an announcement, so I will be stepping down as the chair. I've got a lot of other things that's been going on, and so just to make sure that the committees are still getting the time that they deserve, been thinking about stepping down. And so what I would like to do is, well, I guess how can we do this?
You ask for nominations for chair.
Yeah.
And then we go through each of the positions.
Yeah, do you want to do chair first? Okay.
Well, yeah, you do it in that order.
Yes, so I'd like to start off with nomination for chair. I would like to nominate Bob DeToma for chair.
Second.
I have a second. We'll do roll call vote. Bob?
Aye.
Andy?
Aye.
Lucas?
Aye.
Sean?
Aye.
Justin? Aye. So do you want me to go ahead and finish up the nominations?
Yeah,
and
finish the reorganization.
Yeah. All right, then for vice chair, I would like to nominate myself. Get a second.
I second.
Have a second. Roll call vote. Bob?
Aye.
Andy?
Aye.
Lucas?
Aye.
Sean?
Aye.
Justin? Aye. And then for secretary, I'd like to nominate Sean, if he is willing to do it again.
Sure.
Okay.
I prefer clerk. But
Are
that's
you
okay.
okay. sure?
Yeah, you sure?
Well, yeah, I know I can lean on everybody if I have to. Yeah.
Okay, can I get a second?
I second.
I have a second. Roll call vote. Bob?
Aye.
Andy?
Aye.
Lucas?
Aye.
Sean?
Aye.
Justin? Aye. So Bob is the new chair, I will be the vice chair, and Sean will be the secretary for at least another year. Until we get Lucas as the
I know.
vice chair.
Well, we gotta get him off all those other committees.
Right.
I'm only on the IT committee on this one. That's it.
I thought you were on finance.
No,
Oh.
at the end of voting somebody else in.
What? Oh, then.
Do you want to take over the agenda?
All right.
He wasn't cute enough.
Right.
I guess so. All right, well,
Or
that's
do you want me
good
to
then.
finish off the agenda?
Oh, okay.
Okay.
All right, next item on the agenda is approval of meeting minutes.
Previous, yeah. Did you guys get them?
Yep.
Yep.
All good?
Any
No issues.
comments on the agenda, I'm sorry, any comments on the meeting minutes that were received?
No?
All right, so then I'll take a motion to accept the meeting minutes as written.
I have a motion.
Second, anybody?
Second.
I have a motion and a second, all in favor by roll call. Lucas,
Aye.
Sean,
Aye.
Stoney,
Aye.
Andy,
Aye.
and the chair votes aye. All right, minutes are approved. Next item is the Jim Gallagher plaque, and that's in Sean's wheelhouse.
Well, we submitted the order. At the time of submittal, they said it would be, what did he say? 3 to 5 weeks. We sent the payment in, or you approved we approved the invoice.
Yep.
So I'm just waiting on them to say, hey, it's ready.
So, here's the thing. So he was concerned that we had voted to not exceed $3,000,
13,
13?
was it 1300?
Whatever the amount.
Yes,
The invoice came back $20 over
yeah.
the amount that we voted for. So, I'm not sure whether we have to re-vote to include the extra $20, whatever the total was. Do you have the number with you? And then the second part of this question is, we haven't actually taken delivery of the product, so I'm not sure we can
Pay
pay
something.
for it until we
Right,
take
okay.
delivery. Yeah, and are they cool with that?
I believe, yes, he is. Yes, he is.
So then it might be worth waiting on the vote
Okay.
until
So,
we get the final quote.
1,000, I got
1,300.
$1,300.
Okay, so the invoice you sent me was $1,320.
Right.
So
And I think-
if we wanna, Andy, if we wanna do it by the book, we have to include the extra $20, or is, You have an opinion on it? Yeah, okay.
Yeah, you'll have to vote to approve whatever that final invoice is.
Okay.
Okay.
So in order to proceed, do we know when we'll be able to take delivery of the item before?
No.
Okay,
He, at that time, he, like I said, he just gave me a generic 3 to 5 weeks.
okay.
And that was, how many weeks ago?
That was probably.
That wasn't too far away.
June?
It
April?
was probably
May?
the end of April.
Yeah.
End of April.
So May and June, that's already.
Yeah,
that's
right.
8
Yeah, I
weeks.
feel like
know, it's already
it's been, yeah.
A number of weeks.
So,
So
is it like ready and he just hasn't told us?
I would have to call him up and ask him.
All right, so then we don't have to take any action tonight.
Right.
So when you get, go ahead.
I was just gonna say, you could vote to authorize Sean to spend an additional amount not to exceed whatever
Yeah.
that is, and then you're covered, you know, if the price goes up a couple more bucks.
Okay.
But that authorizes, you know, him to finalize the deal and get everything handled, get everything paid, you know, invoiced and paid.
But we
without
can
having to come back
also
and revote it
safely,
again.
we can also safely wait until he gets word from them whether or not they're even close to completion.
Right.
Sure, you can do that too. I
Yeah.
don't know, you know, timing wise, if you were trying to expedite it a little bit, that was my point with the other one. But if we get time and you wanna wait until the next meeting, you could totally do that too.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that probably.
The vendor was not concerned about payment or anything like that. He just wanted to make sure we wanted it and we approved it. So,
Yeah, so why don't you reach out to him, and if
yes.
he thinks that he's close to completion,
Mm-hmm.
then at our next meeting, we can vote to expend the extra $20
Right.
and
Okay.
we'll be above board.
Yeah, yeah. I think a piece of it, on my end anyway, I was not anticipating something, I believe it was like a shipping charge or something that might have also tipped it a little bit. So,
Yeah.
okay.
So at the next meeting, we could vote like not to exceed
Mhm.
$13.50,
Right.
and we're covered for
Yep.
whatever possible fees might be added on, but,
Mm-hmm.
all right. Any further discussion on that before we move on?
Nope.
All right, next item is memorial planning process for Stony.
Yep, so, no real movement with this, the parade took precedence. Still, I'm sorry?
I was gonna say, which was great event.
Oh, thank you, Bob did it all. So I think what we just need to do, I think we just, as we were saying last time, it's, focus on Desert Storm first.
Mm-hmm.
You know, we send out communications, we can use Jeff Farrell's, can reach out with him and work with him to start sending out emails. I think we run it in Facebook, town's Facebook site, social media sites, get it in front of the select board a couple of times, and I think we just kind of run like an open season for names and things like that for about 6 months. And then we take the names, finalize, because we've got to verify with the VA
Yeah.
everybody's stuff is correct and that they were supposed to be on this plaque. And then we just work with the company that Andy used last time
Yep.
to get the plaque built. Nothing major. I know that we need to do some movement in the Hall of Heroes, or that hall. We got to move some plaques around.
To make them fit.
Yeah, and I think what we were looking at last time during your dedication of the new Vietnam plaque is they had all the service branch
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
emblems, and we could probably just move
Yeah,
those
Maybe
up top.
whatever.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and use that space for that and War on Terror. And then I would say, you know, we use Desert Storm because I don't know how many people are actually going to pop up on that, but we use Desert Storm as a kind of a test run, and then we can always maybe 6 months after start the War on Terror
Yeah.
and open that up and kind of run it side by side.
Have we decided that it's gonna be just the War on Terror?
I think it's what,
Yeah, I mean, on the plaque, we could always just put OIF, OEF,
yeah,
because that's Operation Iraqi Freedom and Operation Enduring Freedom. So then you just kind of put that at the top.
First one hyphen, second one hyphen.
Yeah, and then you can
Yeah.
just put, 2001 to whenever, and then just have the names kind of
Yeah.
alphabetical.
Yeah.
And then, I mean, if we wanted to add things, we could add like an I or an E next to the individual's name, so it'd be like this person was an Iraqi freedom, this one was enduring freedom.
Mhm.
If it's something that I don't know if people would even care that they're distinguished between OAF or OEF.
Yeah.
But yeah, that way it would just be one plaque versus trying to figure out where to put this one and that one.
Yeah.
I'm a firm believer that no matter what we put on it, someone's gonna tell us we're wrong.
Probably.
Yeah.
Well, and it'd probably be good, you know, at the same time, talk with the plaque folks and see what they do, because, I mean, you could also have OEF, OIF,
Yeah.
two separate, but now you gotta double up the names potentially, and
Yeah.
so. I think
Well,
whatever
yeah, and that's
makes
the
the
hard
most
part
sense.
is what happens if you have someone who, cause I have a couple of friends that, they went to Iraq and
Yeah.
Afghanistan.
Yeah.
And they lived in the same town, so it's like, does their name go
Mhm.
like on both sides? So then it's like, is it the same person or is it two
Yeah.
separate people?
Well, if it's two separate listings, then it's supposed to put them on both sides.
Yeah.
Should be.
So, I think but I think starting off with Desert Storm, I can reach out to Jeff
Yeah.
and get that ball rolling. Carmen and Michael will also be able to pull their records.
Yeah.
And,
Well, that's gonna definitely be a lot easier too for them, because the OIF, OEF, most of us aren't part of the Legion or the
no.
Mhm. Yeah.
that.
So in theory, someone served in World War II and then got shipped off to Korea. They theoretically could be on
both
two
plaques.
separate
Yeah.
plaques, right?
Mhm.
Okay.
Yeah.
So then if that's the theory, then that's what we should follow.
Yeah.
But how
Well,
do
yeah, because you're gonna be distinguished. You're gonna get discharge papers for both.
So I'm
Yeah.
wondering if we went up and stared at the plaques long enough, we could find the same name on
Well,
it.
probably depending on how old they were and
Well, and but what makes it weird is it's the first time that we were technically per Congress
at war
in
with
two different
war
wars.
zones at the same time.
Yeah, at the same time. But it all fell under the operation, the Global War on Terror.
Yeah, GWAT.
I always want to say Enduring Freedom. The Global War on Terror. So there's a lot of, and that's what makes it difficult is that one war? Well, no, because Congress declared it
Yeah.
twice.
Which, if we want to do the plaque, we could, in theory, that's the plaque name,
Right.
Global War on Terror, and then you have Operation Enduring Freedom, Operation Iraqi Freedom,
Well,
with the names.
and technically, there were people that didn't deploy that still supported the Global War on Terror from home. I mean, you got RPA pilots.
Yeah.
So there's technically a third category there for those that weren't in OIF or OEF potentially.
Yeah,
I don't know how they break that out, and that's what makes this so difficult.
it does.
So
Because you probably had guys that run in drones that were here,
Yeah.
but they were doing missions in both Afghanistan and Iraq.
Mhm.
so so I think Desert Storm's going to be the easy one to cut our teeth on, figure out what's the best way to get these names, and then that'll give us some time to continue to talk. So I'll reach out. There's nothing stopping us from going ahead and getting what names they have for the GWAT stuff as well at the same time.
Yeah.
And then I think we just need to come up with our statements for Facebook and the select board. And how do we want to get the names? Is it an email? Can we set some kind of sign up page? Can we use like Sign Up Genius?
Yeah, I was just gonna say, is there like an info path or something where like people could just input their information, email, phone number,
Yeah.
if they remember their dates, that type of stuff. I think the hard part is like you definitely don't want them giving us socials,
Right.
you know.
Yeah. No, they do. Well, they typically do.
But the thing
last
is, when you
four.
go to the VA, they're gonna need that.
Well, last four.
Yeah,
So
last
it's
four.
The last four.
Yeah.
So
Is there, when you put together your statement, would you want an asterisk to say future planning the next,
Global War on Terror.
yeah, right.
Potentially.
Because I could anticipate, I would like to think that the first conversation causes some people to say, well, wait, what about us?
Yeah.
And if you could put an asterisk to say, your time is coming,
Yeah.
we just have to do one at a time.
At the same time, if
Or
it's an
chronological,
electronic form.
however you wanna say it.
Yeah, at the same time, if it's an electronic form, there's nothing stopping
Yeah,
us from
there's-
doing drop downs and just saying, hey, just,
Well,
Heck,
then-
it
yeah,
doesn't
I mean, yeah,
matter,
we
you
could do
just,
that.
yeah,
then in that case, do you really would you wanna just open it all up?
probably.
Because as he was saying in our other meetings, guys in his group, we'll call it, are more inclined to be seeing and reacting to the.
Like Instagram, Facebook,
Yeah,
more
right.
than the
So
Desert Storm.
that
Desert
might-
Storm guys are the guys that are like hanging out at the post or the Legion.
Yeah.
Right, yeah, so, and my opinion, you kinda like catch people while you can.
Yep, no, you're right,
And
yeah, we'll
because if
just,
you say, all right, we'll do it later may, for them, it's gonna be down the road, and they'll either forget about it, or maybe they move on.
So we're gonna gather all of
Yeah.
this information, but this is the one we're gonna focus on.
Yes.
yeah,
Yeah.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
yep,
And just word it like that.
Yeah.
yep.
But I like the electronic. 'Cause
Yes.
Yeah,
You
'cause
get
you
them
could
to
do a drop-down
take
menu.
ownership of it because it's their information, they've entered it, and we're
Mhm.
more likely to get,
Yeah,
what's the word I'm looking for? Accurate.
Participation.
And
Yeah.
acceptable information, as
Right.
opposed to
Mhm.
piecemeal on a piece of paper where something could get lost.
Yeah, I think the question will be, I don't know if Sign Up Genius can go to that level, or like Google Forms, and at the same time, now we're dealing with people's personal information. So that may be worth seeing if the town
Has something
website
already.
can
I'll
help
ask,
us
I'll
out.
ask about that.
Maybe the IT committee.
Right, I know, if only we knew somebody on there.
Do we know somebody?
I don't know, I'm not sure how much, say, personal information you actually need to initiate this whole
I mean, not much.
process.
No.
We just need their
But you start getting addresses and phone numbers, last four, birthdays.
ranks. Yeah.
Yeah, it's more of the aggregate of all the information
Yeah,
that we
okay.
could need, like, we gotta contact you, but I'm also gonna need your birthday and your last four for this, but now it's all in one form.
Yeah.
And I don't think Sign Up Genius can handle
Well,
that kind
then,
of stuff.
do you start off with, I'm gonna just say, a generic Google form, or whatever it is, Gmail form, and then when you actually get down to it, now you're reaching out to them a second time with a more secure platform.
I think it would be better just do it all at once if you
Yeah.
can.
Okay.
And then just have them put
Yeah.
like a little drop down menu in the form, Global War on Terror or
Yeah.
Desert Storm.
Yeah, there are things right now that if people are reaching out to me a second time, I'm blowing them off. So that's my thought is,
Okay.
but
Yeah.
that has to do with my time management right
Yeah.
now. I
Yeah.
just can't, can't keep answering all these questions for
And
you.
you're probably gonna have to reach out to somebody because something's
Yeah.
missing, something doesn't
Yeah.
jive,
Yeah.
but yeah, for the most part, if we can capture it all in
Mhm.
one pass and then worry
Yeah.
about the things that are missing later, I mean, it's.
Right, okay.
All right, anything else on this? All right, Stoney's gonna slide into, creating a map of memorials.
Yeah, so now I think this kind of changes now that Andy is doing the grave, what is he? Grave officer?
Yeah. Graves office.
So,
Oh, Andy from.
yeah,
Oh, okay.
yeah, he took a job working for the town.
Oh,
So,
Hmm.
now I think the question is, can he do this? At
Oh,
least
maybe.
the cemeteries, the veteran cemeteries and the maps and everything, cause he had the database and what that, before he let us know that he was taking that job, we were talking about this.
Yeah.
So, I can reach out to him and get an update on where he's at with this, and this could be something that maybe we can partner with him.
okay.
Either we partner up or it's a complete handover.
Yeah, I mean, he's doing the job, I would like to just give it over to
Yeah.
him and let him do it all. But,
Okay.
Get Jeff involved too, or just go right to Andy?
probably need to also include Jeff. And then John Dixon quit, right? He only lasted like 2 weeks.
Who's John Dixon?
He was the other VA rep, or veterans rep.
Yes,
Oh.
yes,
Oh, wow.
you're right.
There's a new woman in that department, right, Andy?
I haven't honestly heard.
I haven't heard.
Yeah.
I just know Andy was firing people left and right. No, I'm joking. We'll edit that out.
No, we won't.
No, we won't. No, I don't know what happened. I just know that we had another veterans rep. Jeff had asked me to include him on a bunch of things, and I was, and then he wasn't getting back with me, and somebody told me, oh yeah, he left.
Quit. Okay.
Yeah, he quit like a couple of weeks afterwards. So.
Wow.
I'll reach out to Jeff and ask.
Tough job. Wow.
Yeah, I'm gonna reach out to Andy anyway, or Jeff and Andy. So.
Okay.
Okay.
All right, we have a couple of placeholders on the agenda. The first was Hillcrest Cemetery. The second was the old cemetery signage.
Yeah.
The third was historic markers. Unless anybody has something new to bring to the table, we're just gonna
Yeah,
move
nothing.
on.
Yeah.
Well, I've got one question on Hillcrest Cemetery,
Yeah.
and I know that we actually got some movement. I believe the state came in and cleaned it, or paid somebody to come clean it up.
Oh. When we went there, when Bill Hanley and I went there,
Yeah.
Which was when?
Before.
before Memorial Day, when we were putting flags and markers, or additional markers, the guys were actually physically there on the lawnmowers. And they said they came from, God almighty, was it Worcester or Shrewsbury? Oh, shoot. No, brain freeze.
Doesn't really matter.
It doesn't matter, but
Got
anyway,
done.
they were sent from someone else's department, or whatever. And, but they didn't say, I'm trying to think how they said they got called up, whether it was,
From the Commonwealth?
I think someone
Higher up the food chain.
some higher up,
Yeah.
right, sent word down, hey, can you get this done, and they showed up, but they weren't from, they weren't from Grafton, that's for sure.
Yeah.
I wish I could remember.
Okay.
Whether it was Shrewsbury or not,
And I think.
but they, like I said, they said that word came down
Yeah.
to them, and these guys were actually, one of them said he wasn't, I got the impression he was not an employee, they were doing it like as volunteers, but, yeah.
Okay. Well,
That's why
I know
it was
Bill was
confusing.
happy, is
Oh, yeah,
what I
we-
heard. He
yes.
was-
Oh, yeah, cause they did a great job, and they went
Yeah,
beyond,
all-
you know, they did extra brush clearing, so,
That's good.
which is,
Have you been
needed.
by there recently?
No, I haven't been.
We should take a ride up and take a look.
Yeah, we should. I don't know if that was a one-time deal.
Well, that's my concern.
Yeah.
We
It
need,
looks great now, and then,
Yes.
by the end of October, it's wild and overgrown,
you're right, so we need to then.
It's probably wild and overgrown now.
I'll have to reach out to Bill and pick his brain on, where those guys were from, and then maybe we can follow up to say, hey, is this a one and done deal, or maybe, any
No,
annual thing?
I know the Commonwealth sent them, because that's what, Jeff and Daryl were applying pressure to those DCAM
Yeah.
folks who were
Right.
supposed to be running this.
Yeah,
Cause I had a long conversation with Daryl, they're doing it, but they're not, obviously, they need to do it.
yeah.
And they agreed.
Mhm.
I got email confirmation that they were gonna send somebody out.
Okay,
So
all right.
that's how I knew that they were coming out.
Oh,
But to that point, is it a one and done thing, or now do we have to keep pressure on them to say, hey, let's
Yeah.
shut those guys up and
Mhm.
Grafton, we gotta
Right.
keep doing this.
and
So.
and when we actually said something to someone, I forget who it was, said something to Meridian at one, I think Memorial Day event, and he was like, oh yeah, just call me, so let's hold his feet to the fire too.
Yeah. Yep.
Okay.
He lives in Grafton, doesn't he?
Mhm.
Yeah.
That's what I thought.
All right.
Cool.
Anything
All right.
else on that topic?
Nope.
No, okay. No, there are no items on the agenda reasonably anticipated by the chairman, so our next meeting is scheduled for Thursday, September 4th, 7 PM. Write it on your calendars, put it in your phones. And with that being said, I'll take a motion to adjourn.
Motion to adjourn.
Have a second.
I have a motion and a second by roll call vote. Andy?
Aye.
Lucas?
Aye.
Sean?
Aye.
Stoney?
Aye.
Chair votes aye. We are adjourned.
Thank you, Andy.
Hallelujah.